welcome back to Redirecting. Now apparently Liberia is taking a stand on natural hair that is quite different than what we see here in the US. First of all, I'd like to thank Sister Cece for sharing this story with me, but I'm going to read some of this article to you, and it's very interesting. Basically, they are saying no natural hair, no work. And it says that Liberia's finance minister bans employees with unnatural hair. Unnatural hair. And so the stance that they have taken is quite different, okay? And it's fair. They basically come and they say, look, if your hair is unnatural, then you cannot come to work, okay? And that's quite different than what we see here in the US. Here in the US, they're saying that us in our natural state is not acceptable to them, right? So let me go ahead and read some of this article here, and you will see exactly what I'm talking about. Liberia's Minister of Finance has publicly ordered its security guards to restrict any female employee with unnatural hair or any color extensions from entering the office complex, effective from October 1st of 2018. While delivering the order, the minister, Mr. Samuel D. Twee, says any employee who violates this policy will not be allowed into the office, and that person's salary would be reduced by the number of days that she would choose not to come to work. This is because that person not being in office would be treated as an unauthorized absence. Okay. A top management staff backed the action, saying that the minister is acting within the confines of the law according to the MFDP Employee Handbook Section 7.4, titled Personal Appearance. Line 3 states unnatural colored hair, green, pink, etc., and extreme hairstyles such as spiked hair do not present an appropriate professional experience. Now, the difference in what they are saying here, and I will put the link to the article under the description so that you can read the rest of it. The difference is they're saying that if you are just going overboard with your look, that is unacceptable. This is why they say unnatural hairstyles. So they are not talking about our braids and our twist and, Afro puffs and things of that nature. They're saying spiked hair or mohawks, pink and blue hair. That's unnatural. But what you have here in the US, they will have a woman whose hair looks like the woman in the picture here, and they will say that that is unacceptable for their professional appearance. And they are being totally unfair to what so-called African hair looks like. They put bans on us for just being who we are, you see. And that is totally unfair and quite different than what they are doing here in Liberia. What they are doing here is quite acceptable. It is amazing to me that in this world you can be punished for what is natural to you. It's no different than saying you're too dark, you can't be hired here. Now that is an unspoken rule. They won't say it, but they do it all the time. Even though they will put in their articles EOE, which stands for Equal Opportunity Employer, I know for a fact that they do not abide by that. And as long as they don't say certain things, how are you going to prove it? I remember in Michigan, long time ago, I would say I was very young. I'll just put it to you that way. I was very young. I've had a lot of experiences with employers that discriminated. One time I went, you were supposed to take a test to prove that you can have this particular position, which required that you type 50 words per minute, okay? I sat there and I aced it, going well over 50 words per minute, just typing, and I took the test, I passed the test, and the look in the woman's face had already told me that she wasn't calling me back. I already knew it. Because the whole time she was just very cold from the moment I entered into the office. And as polite as I was, as gentle as I was, this woman's face told it all. I knew I wasn't getting that job, you see, and she knew she wasn't giving it to me. It didn't matter that I passed the test. In her wicked heart, she had her reasons, and we know what those reasons were, you see. Now, it wasn't because of natural hair. It was because of natural melanin. that I didn't get the job. And some of you say, well, you don't know that. That's because you want to be foolish and you want to have your head in the sand and say that that can't be the reason. I know it was the reason because her face, her rudeness, her attitude told it all to me. I passed your test. I passed your test. So what excuse did you have? None whatsoever. Now, many of our people want to believe that, oh, it's not like that. Keep on living. Keep on living. A lot of our people are getting wake-up calls by the dozens every single day. I would venture to say by the hundreds or thousands, because many things go unreported. Because many of our people, they just like to stay in la-la land and just assume that, oh, maybe it was this or maybe it was that. Because we refuse to look at the elephant in the living room. But again, I applaud Liberia for taking this stand, and they're saying, look, we have nothing against natural hair. It is the unnatural hair in which we have clearly defined what we mean by unnatural hair by putting it right here in black and white for you to see, for you to read, for you to understand. But your beautiful thick locks, long and flowing as the woman in the picture here, that is not what we are talking about. And with that, I will say shalom. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.